presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And Sneth Camp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, serving Metro Detroit since 1926.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to State Champs. If you're flipping channels, bored, looking for a great way to spend the next half hour, you found it. Michigan high school sports and the student athletes who dedicate themselves to being the best they can be. Well, we are the Sports Center of Michigan high school sports. We are presented by Lawrence Tech. This is Jenna. Tell them what we have in store for them this week.
State finals took place this weekend in Lower Peninsula girls golf and boys tennis. If you're looking for those highlights here, just be patient. Premiering Thursday, October 25th, exclusively at statechampsnetwork.com and on social media. The first of our fall state championship shows, extended highlights and winners from every division. No one else in the state of Michigan is doing video like this, and we'll be doing it all season long.
That's right. In the meantime, some boys soccer district action, some downriver cross country, big volleyball rivalry. Our main event was the heavily anticipated football matchup between North Farmington and Farmington. I have never said those words on this show before, but it was absolutely true. That's later. More football right now.
Redford Union trying to punch only their second playoff ticket in a decade. Taking on a Redford Thurston team already in the playoffs, but a conference crown on their mind. They also play for the Superintendent's Trophy. The Eagles trying to hang on to it for the third straight year. First quarter, first drive, the senior Jordan Buxton. One juke and he was gone. 30-plus yards to pay dirt. Redford Thurston flexing a 7-0 advantage. 5 minutes to go in the half. Panthers starting to find a groove. Rashed going to call his own number. Big hole, he gone. Big touchdown for RU. They went for two and cut the deficit to 6. Stayed 14-8 at halftime. Just below 10 minutes ago, and it's going to be that man Rashed again taking matters into his own hands. Down the sideline, and he'll find his way into the red zone. Didn't take long for Rashed to finish off the drive. They failed to convert, but now led for the first time in the game, 2014. Under 5 minutes now, Eagles retort. Faulkner's turn to punch it in. Game tied, so the PAT was going to be critical. But junior Joseph Heck able to drive it through the uprights. Redford Thurston hangs on at home and beats Redford Union for the 9th time in the last 10 years. 21-20 the final. They also hang on to the Superintendent's Trophy and claim the city championship for the 3rd straight season. Eagles Western Wayne Conference co-champs.
I'm Chuck Pellerito, and let's head over to a MAC Red matchup that had title implications on the line. Chippewa Valley Big Reds come in at 7-0. With a win, they clinch the MAC Red. Romeo Bulldogs, 6-1. With a win, they can get a share of the red. Let's see how this one plays out. Bulldogs, first drive, and they just move down the field with ease. Running back Ryan Zapsky takes this one on counteraction. He'll get home from 8 yards out. Romeo with the early advantage, 7-0. Ensuing drive, Big Reds running back Myron Harris takes the handoff left side, breaks 2, 3, 4, 5 tackles on his way to a 53-yard touchdown the hard way. He ended up with 169 yards on 18 carries on the night. We're tied up at 7. Second quarter, Chippewa looking to take the lead. Josh Kolka drops back. He'll find Darrell Hawkins come open in the middle of the field. He'll spin his way into the end zone. Big Reds in front, 14-7. Bulldogs not down for long. Fabrizio Rosidi takes the handoff on misdirection from 6 yards out to find pay dirt. We go into the half tied at 14. No scoring in the third, so let's skip ahead to 9 minutes left. Romeo up 17-14 after a 30-yard field goal. Miles Harris takes the kickoff on his own 8, takes it right up the gut, breaks a few tackles, cuts towards the sideline, back to the middle, and he is gone! 92 yards. Chippewa Valley holds off Romeo 21-17 for the first ever back-to-back MAC Red titles.
I'm Jeremy Otto. and we head to a first-place battle in the Catholic League Intersectional 2 Division as Clarkson Everest was at home to take on the Knights from Royal Oak Shrine. We pick things up in the second quarter with Shrine down 6-0. It's the sophomore Jacob Sanders getting the handoff and goes in for the 50-yard touchdown. The Knights take the lead at 7-6. Everest, coming in an undefeated 6-0, would respond as Giovanni Mastromateo sneaks it in from a few yards out, and the Mountaineers led 13-7 as we headed to halftime. Clarkson Everest would expand its lead in the second half. It's the junior Jack Leseski who would score on the 5-yard touchdown. Clarkson Everest goes on to beat Royal Oak Shrine 27-14 the final. The Mountaineers advance to 7-0 on the season, clinch the Catholic League Intersectional 2 Division Championship, and will compete in the Prep Bowl Championship next week at Eastern Michigan.
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and let's hit the floor for this KLAA West Division matchup in volleyball. The Battle of the Baseline. Northville Mustangs hosting the Wildcats of Novi. Novi got the best of Northville way back in September, but the Mustangs got things rolling early in the first set. Junior Jaden Rice with the bump to Jenna Buksha, who lays down the kill. Northville kept on digging during the first set, but the Wildcats in hostile territory came through big when Rachel Jennings set up Gabby Cummings, the pair of juniors getting the job done. Novi takes the first set 25-14. The second set was fought to the bitter end, going past the 25-point mark. Novi showing why they are the best team in the West Division. Freshman Sarah Vellucci knocking this one right down the line. Novi takes the second set 29-27. It was all Novi on this night. The execution was nearly flawless for the Wildcats. Again, it's Vellucci off the bump from Shannon Jennings. Novi takes the third set 25-23 as the Wildcats defeat Northville in 3 straight sets.
This is Alan True from 24/7 Sports with this week's State Champs Recruit Report brought to you by My Student Aid. We're going to start down in West Lafayette, where Purdue came up to Michigan and added 2 new recruits to their 2020 recruiting class, starting at Oak Park with wide receiver Malik Carr, a 6'5", 230-pound matchup nightmare who has 4.67 speed on the laser and the ability to go up and get the football, as he's also an excellent basketball player who uses that leaping ability on the gridiron. Carr joins a potent Purdue offense, but of course, skill players are no good if you don't have guys blocking for them, and the Boilers also added an offensive tackle commit, Pontiac Notre Dame's Nayland Fox. Fox was verbally committed to Toledo, but the Boilers have been in contact with him for about a month and extended an offer to him on his second visit to West Lafayette, and he flipped over to the Boilers. In Fox, they gain a 6'6", 275-pound offensive tackle with great athleticism and the ability to finish blocks. For this week's State Champs Recruit Report, I'm Alan True.
The Recruit Report is brought to you by My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Go to michigan.gov/MIStudentAid for more information.
Hi, I'm Madison from North Farmington High School, and is State Champs really going off of TV in January?
Thank you for the question, Madison. So we are going to be going off of cable television, but not necessarily TV. Our new app is going to be coming out by the end of the year, before 2020, and you'll be able to download it and watch it like you would on a smart TV, on Fire Stick. It's basically like downloading Hulu or Netflix, but all State Champs, and the kicker is, it's all free. You can also use this app on your smartphone or Android devices. Again, this app will be dropping before 2020. Next week, I'll be answering another question about State Champs going all digital.
I've always been really good at math and science, and I knew I wanted to work in healthcare, but not as a doctor. So I chose Lawrence Tech's biomedical engineering program. I've pushed myself to take internships, like this one, at a hospital in an orthopedic research lab. Thanks to Lawrence Tech's unique, hands-on style of education, I'm graduating with a published research paper and a job. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
The greatest honor a high school senior student athlete can earn, Detroit Athletic Club's Athlete of the Year. You're one of the tops in your sport. Prioritize education and giving back, like Cassius Winston, Megan Bobian, Rakia Jackson, and Aiden Hutchinson did. 6 male, 6 female nominees earn $1,000 in scholarship money, with $5,000 each to be awarded at a red carpet gala in downtown Detroit. Nominations accepted now. Download the application, DACAthleteoftheyear.com.
Hungry Howie's wants to thank you. Yes, you. How long can I stay on this couch guy? Super Dad who prevented birthday disaster, and the late night study group that ordered 17 pizzas. Thank you to the Holy Moly Did You See That fans. And thank you, Whole Slice and One Bite Kid, because for every pizza sold in October, we make a donation to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. And together we've raised nearly $3 million just by doing what you love. Hungry? Howie's.
This Darius Big Play Slay. Let's get back to the highlights.
Brother Rice looking for win number 6 to get into the playoffs, while Lapeer already had its 6 wins. The Lightning tuning up for a showdown with rival Davison next week. I'm Greg Molson with the highlights, and it's the Lightning striking quickly. First series of the game, Greg Piskapink is picked off by Brian Brown. He takes it the other way, all the way to make it 6-zip. Piskapink then leads the Warriors right back downfield, throwing the dart to Drew Randall for a big third down conversion. Piskapink would have to leave for the night with an injury just a few plays later, though, and Rice settles for a 21-yard field goal from Brady Henry. Lapeer's offense then takes over from his own 12. Braden McKenna cuts through the hole, then turns on the speed. He is gone. 88 yards for the score. The Lightning added another touchdown to make it 20-6 at halftime. They continued to run it up in the second half. It's Phoenix Dixon with his second touchdown run of the game, making it 27-3. Lapeer caps off the scoring with another touchdown from Brown. On the pass from Luke 40, Brown comes sliding in for the catch, and the Lightning win it 34-10, improving to 7-1.
I'm Mike Erlitis. Let's head to action in the OAA Red. With a couple crosstown rivals, the Wolves of Clarkston in their Football for Cure jerseys, hosting the Lake Orion Dragons. Lake Orion starting strong out of the gate. Blaze Lauer with a great fake handoff as he takes it himself for 6. Dragons up 20-0 after 1. Clarkston would respond in the second. QB Mike DePillo with a quick out to Justin Buckman. He slices and dices his way in for the 45-yard TD. Wolves trailing 20-7. We stay in the second. Clarkston again looking to narrow the deficit. Again, it's the combo of DePillo to Buckman. Here on the play action as we head to the half, Wolves still down 34-14. Second half, Lake Orion would turn it up another notch. Lauer finds Mitchell Howell in the end zone. Great diving catch on that one as Lake Orion tops Clarkston for the first time since 2010 with a final score of 55-21.
I'm Chuck Pellerito, and let's head to Division II Soccer District Finals coming at you from Lanphier High School, where the Rams were away on their own home field against the Titans of Warren Woods Tower. First half, Lanphier's Martin Elia takes a shot that goes off Tower goalkeeper Conan McMichael's hands, off the crossbar and up in the air. Mustafa Albayada and Yusuf Bato can't put it home. Brendan Bottrell taking the penalty kick for the Titans. It goes off the wall of Rams, headed up in the air, and can't be cleared by Lanphier. Andrew Garofalo with the header on net, but not enough. We stay scoreless going into the half. Just over 2 minutes left in regulation, and Alex Daraban taking this PK for Lanphier. 50 yards out, and he'll put the boot on it. Takes a big bounce and through McMichael's hands and into the back of the net. Lanphier holds off Tower for the final 2 minutes, and they go on to win 1-0 and claim their first district title since 2014.
Today we take you inside one of our favorite days of the year, Selection Sunday. The day begins with the MHSA staff completing the process of gathering the Week 9 scores and computing the report with the potential qualifiers. From there, teams are placed on maps by divisions and are grouped into districts and regions under the watchful eye of representatives of the Football Coaches Association. Once the final reports are generated, they are transported to Fox Sports Detroit, where the announcers and producers begin preparations for the show to reveal the pairings to teams and fans at watch parties across the state. You can watch the Selection Sunday show 7 p.m. on Fox Sports Detroit Plus, and visit our website when the show is over to check out all the pairings for this year's football playoffs.
State Champs is the original high school sports show, and State Champs Sports Network is always on, 24/7, delivering the content you want on the platform you choose. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and StateChampsNetwork.com. Coming in 2020, the State Champs app.
Donovan Edwards bullies his way through this crowd of Highlanders.
State Champs Sports Network is always on. Follow, like, subscribe, and share.
I'm on the Blue Devil football team, and that's a great place to be because other colleges wouldn't let me be both a football player and a nursing student. And just because I'm a dog on the field doesn't mean I can't take care of people. And man, do I love people. The small class size at LTU give me awesome access to my nursing professors. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
The ones who wake up every morning ready to take on the world. The ones who push their limits to be better than the rest. You're looking to join a team of leaders who want to be challenged. You want to be pushed to your limits. You value freedom and think you have what it takes. The ones with speed, strength, intellect, and determination. Michigan Army National Guard. We see you.
State Champs High School Sports Show is Western Michigan's home for football highlights. State Champs High School Sports Show. Your teams, your games, your highlights.
Success and not failure, so that you always remember the price you paid for it. Let's go! Let's go!
I'm Jason Hutton in the West Michigan area. Big game in the West Michigan Conference. Ravenna at Oak Ridge. Winner takes the conference title. Second quarter, Connor Kilborn sneaks in from a yard out. The Bulldogs had a 14-0 lead at the half. Third quarter, here come the Eagles. Sophomore Corey Vanderput, 9 yards for the score, 14-7 ball game. But back comes Ravenna out of the Wildcat. Grant Parker from a yard out, 20-7. Ravenna in a great spot, but Oak Ridge down 6 with just over 2 minutes to go. And the give is to stud senior Leroy Quinn. He's in. Extra point would be no good. This game goes to overtime, tied at 20. Eagles get the ball first, and they go right back to Leroy Quinn. Another 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point good, 27-20. So the Bulldogs need to score to keep the game going, but the pass is intercepted. Braden Beatty with the pick. Oak Ridge stays undefeated, 8-0, and they're the outright West Michigan Conference champs with a 27-20 win in overtime. In the OK Green, undefeated Byron Center taking on 5-2 Unity Christian at Hope College. Third quarter, Austin Vandermark, the Bulldogs senior quarterback having a great year, leaps into the end zone, 20-6, BC by 14, but back comes Unity Christian. Isaac Tisla to Austin Scheidemann, 16-yard touchdown on 4th and 6. It's a 20-13 ball game going to the fourth. 9 minutes to go. It's Tisla right up the middle and into the end zone. We're tied at 20. Clock ticking down. Under 10 seconds to play in the game. Byron Center the give to Brody Baker around left and in with 5 seconds to go. That's the game winner. Byron Center 8-0 with a 27-20 win over Unity Christian.
I'm Jake Vandenberg from the Northeast Michigan area. Let's go out to Presque Isle County as the Posen Vikings host the Wolverines of Augrey Sims. This game had no shortage of highlights, and our first one is from Posen as Tyler Hinka takes it from the own end of the field, finds a hole through the middle, and whoop, he's gone. That's good. Put them up with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. But for every touchdown, Augrey Sims seemed to have an answer. Less than a minute to go in the first half as quarterback Isaiah Thomas keeps it himself and powers it in for a Wolverine touchdown. Moving to the second half, here's Thomas again, but this time he passes to the big man, Bryce Harmon, and just look at this strength. He goes right through the last defender like nothing and reaches over the goal line for 6. But Posen is sticking around, and it's getting towards crunch time. The senior quarterback, George Kroll, calm, cool, collective. He finds his man Chase Doobie in the end zone for the touchdown. Posen manages to win this shootout by a score of 70-68.
Runners, set!
I'm Gabe O'Neill, and we head to the Downriver League Cross Country Championship held at Lake Erie Metro Park. We begin with the boys. Southgate Anderson had 5 runners finish in the top 20, and they were the overall Downriver League champs. Individually, Luke Stackpool from Trenton High School was 14th and 8th in the previous 2 Downriver League Jamborees, and the senior got ahead of the pack as he goes in for the 9-second win. Now let's check and see how the ladies did. At the halfway mark of the race, Trenton's Madison Price was starting to pull away. The senior came in 5th and 6th in the last 2 jamborees, dominates here, winning by 22 seconds. The girls from Woodhaven had a strong showing with 5 runners placing in the top 20 as the Warriors go on to win the Downriver League title. Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University. This past weekend, the Lawrence Tech Blue Devil Motorsports Student Organization hosted their 11th annual Grand Prix event on campus. 9 local schools such as Kettering University and Western Michigan all came to participate in racing their own Formula SAE cars. To hear more about the event and organization, we caught up with team captain Shauna Wolmerhauser.
I am the team captain for the 2020 Formula SAE team. There are 16 other seniors on the team that are working really hard to put together a award-winning car. It takes a lot of time and effort. We build a car from scratch in 3 semesters, so that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort outside of what we're doing in classroom.
These incredible students have dedicated so much time and effort into building an incredible product. Their passion and intelligence does not go unnoticed when it comes to life after college, and being a part of the Formula team sets them up for some amazing opportunities.
In general, Formula SAE on anyone's resume gets your name to the top of the talent pool when you're applying for work right after college. The Big 3 love that, so it's a good thing. For me, I'm not quite sure yet. I'd love to work for the Big 3, but my heart lies with making cars go fast. So we'll see where this takes me when I'm done with school.
To find out more about the Blue Devil Motorsports Student Organization, visit ltu.edu today.
You have a say in helping determine who wins 2 of the most coveted awards in high school football by voting for the State Champs Mr. Football and Amble Awards presented by Hungry Howie's. Who will join the ranks of previous Mr. Footballs such as DeQuan Finn, Cody White, and Alex Malzone? In 2018, Marcel Lewis was the Amble's first champ. Who's next to be the top linebacker or lineman in Michigan? Keep up with both races by watching our weekly updates on State Champs social media. Vote for Mr. Football and the Amble Award at StateChampsNetwork.com.
You do know you want a contest to spend the whole day with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to sit here and eat this delicious pizza?
We could do other things.
A little help?
That was the best day ever!
Some people will do anything for flavor. Now get a meal deal to fit any budget at the home of Flavored Crust.
Hungry? Howie's! State Champs is Northern Michigan's home for football highlights. State Champs High School Sports Show. Your teams, your games, your highlights.
Welcome back to State Champs. What can you say about the job the entire coaching staff has done at North Farmington this year? Now, I know John Herstein and the staff and some of the players came over from Farmington Hills Harrison once the school closed, and that was one of the greatest programs ever. But still, a lot of the Harrison players went to Farmington, and they are having an incredible season too. Our main event had 2 undefeated teams meeting in the Raiders and the Falcons, and we couldn't wait to see how this one was going to turn out.
This main event featuring 2 undefeated crosstown rivals, the Falcons of Farmington, making the short trip to take on the Raiders of North Farmington. Falcons trying to snap a 3-game losing streak against the Raiders. Midway through the first quarter, Farmington looking to punt. Andrew Dooley had other thoughts, gets a piece of the football, dives with it into the end zone. North Farmington up 7-0. Minute left to go now in the first half. Farmington trying to find an answer. Senior signal caller Max Martin rolling, rears back the pump fake, ends up taking it for himself, the 11-yard score. We were all tied up at 7 going into the break. First possession of the third quarter. North Farmington handing it off to John Brunette. Puts on the Jets, takes it to the house. 58 yards. A missed extra point meant the Raiders led 13-7. 22 seconds left in the game now, same score. 4th down for North Farmington. Jacob Boozmara looking to kill time, rolls, camps out in his own end zone, avoids several Farmington defenders, runs out the back to concede the safety. 13-9 North Farmington. So the Falcons with one last shot just in front of midfield. Max Martin desperately hurling one up that falls incomplete. North Farmington holds on, a 13-9 victory to clinch the OAA Blue title.
It's now time for the MHSAA Clip of the Week. We head back to 8-player football. Isaiah Thomas of Augury Sims passes to the big man, Bryce Harmon. He'll plow his way to the end zone and dive to the pylon to complete a 36-yard score. That's the MHSAA Clip of the Week.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We might be done here, but the conversation never stops on social media. Follow us on Twitter at StateChampsNet. We're constantly updating you with breaking news, highlights you may have missed, and stories. We put it all out there on Facebook too. And remember to watch State Champs Extra Points football video podcast live beginning at 10:30 p.m. on Facebook, Twitter, and our YouTube channel every Friday night.
And as we said at the top of the show, the Lower Peninsula Girls Golf and Boys Tennis State Championship shows will premiere digitally on our website, statechampsnetwork.com, on Facebook and YouTube, Thursday, October 25th.
That's right, Halloween show next week. What's going to happen? Come back and find out. See you then.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And Snethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, serving Metro Detroit since 1926.